When we do objection handling, right, you're either going to get the objection right away, which I need to speak to my partner, or smoke screen, which I give Sheikh over there. I need to think about it, and all of these guys here, I need to think about it. Think about it is not a real objection. It's a smoke screen. What does a smoke screen mean? They're trying to give you anything just to get you off the call. So what I do is ask them skilled questions, be able to uncover the true objection, which I can go and handle. But before I actually handle an objection, I want to tie them in on the process. I want to tie them in on my product and service just to make sure they actually know or believe that my product and service is exactly what they need. Now, how do I tie them in? Got it. Yeah, I mean, it is a lot of money at the moment. Now, putting investment to the side for a moment, how do you feel about the process? Do you feel this is exactly what you need to get to 100K a month that you mentioned earlier? Yeah, I love the process. Now we know that there's no uncertainty to objection. Because if there is an uncertainty, it's like, oh no, I don't really believe it. If there's an uncertainty objection, is meaning that you messed up either in discovery, in asking questions, or your trust, building the trust of your credibility as a client, and selling your product, which is what you're going to offer to bridge the gap to where you actually want to go. If this is ticked off, if you tie them in right here, and they say, yeah, I love your service. I love you. I like your beard, bro. Yeah, like you're an amazing real estate agent. I love your Airbnb company. Everything is good. Now we can go ahead and handle the true objection. If it's logistics, if it's money, if it's partner, spouse, which happened there, fear. Sometimes when people buy money online, it's probably the first time they buy a course or whatever it is, so they have a bit of fear. So what I like to do in these situations is I ask them, by the way, sir, are you open to some coaching on this? I want to coach them. And I get permission to coach them, because sometimes when you go in, oh yeah, no, sir, by the way, if you want to be this type of person, no, sir, are you open to some coaching on it? If they're not open to some coaching, this is a closed deal. He's not open. Halal. So I want to ask him, oh sir, are you open to some coaching on this? And then I go into handling fear objections and coaching him through that fear and really making him ensure that, hey, we have helped people like you, show him testimonials, show him people that this solution has worked for before, and closing the deals and going ahead from there. Time as well. Time is connected to logistics as well. When someone says I need to think about it, what I do is I want to show I actually acknowledge him. No, I need to think about it. Oh no, sir, what do you need to think about? Acknowledge, bro. That's not a problem. Okay, I completely understand. Now he said, okay, you understand. Now when you acknowledge what he's saying, it's like, I totally understand. Okay, can I ask you, in your opinion, every single person in the planet Earth has an opinion. So when somebody asks you for your opinion, oh, okay, this guy's asking for my opinion now. Can I ask you, sir, in your opinion, before you do think about this or think this over, do you feel like this can get you to XYZ goal? When they say yes, why do you feel it could? Now they're selling themselves back to me. Now, instead of them thinking negatively about the price, because, and there's actually a scientific fact that when you drop the price, their cortisol levels go up, hormones go up. Okay, so my job now is I want to reduce their hormones after the price drop. So I want to tie them in and get them into a positive mindset by emphasizing, okay, why do you feel this actually can help you get to your goal? Oh yeah, I feel because this product, I like this, I like your solution, I like this. Okay, now we go to the next thing. Now that we know why they like our product and why they believe it can actually help them get to XYZ goal, now we go and actually try to find the underlying objection. What's really behind it? I need to think about it. That's where okay, sounds good. So can I ask, when you go and think about it, what's really coming up for you that makes you want to do so? Just so that I can actually stay organized on my end, or so that I can actually help you, sir. Then they'll actually tell you. If you actually do this properly, you'll get the real objection, which is either fear, money, partner, or logistics. But sometimes guys, a bit tough with it. Let's say that they're like, oh, bro, I just need to think about it stuff. I like to use analogies, and I like to use common logic with people. I'm like, okay, sir, I know you need to think about this, but sir, in a hypothetical world, if you were in the quicksand, right, and I reach my hand out to you, okay, would you say I need to think about it? No, you wouldn't, right?
Well, you just see how you laughed.
If I reach my hand to you, you're not going to say anything to think about it. Of course you're going to get up. So with that being in mind, sir, like, what's really coming up for you at the moment that really wants you to go out there and think about it? If you do this in the right way, with the right tonality, in the right humor, all right, you'll get the real objection, which is either fear, money, logistics, so on and so forth, partner, whatever it is. Then you can go ahead back to that's where then you can handle the true objection. Logistics, money, fear, spouse, or time. After I handle that, okay, sir, is there any more questions before we move forward? No? Close the deal, sir. No. Thank you, sir, for your business.